Today we're going to be taking a look at my new favorite EDC pen. Don't go away. What is up, guys? Grady here with Grady's Gear, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Nottingham Tactical Ti Clicker mini pen. This thing is my new favorite EDC pen, guys. Now, full disclosure, this is a really freaking expensive pen. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you up front at the beginning of this video, it's an expensive pen. But you're getting some definite high quality work here that I've come to really appreciate. Now, I am not a pen guy. I don't collect them. I have a few, but I'm not like a pen collector. I don't know inks like that. That's just not really my thing. But here recently, I wanted to upgrade. I've had stuff like the Hinder Investigator, which is a really cool pen. I've had this for years. I actually got married at the courthouse to my wife with this pen in my pocket. I've had this thing for years. It's a good pen. This is around 60 bucks. And I've also got, the Fisher Space pen. I also got the Big Idea Design TI Pocket Pro, which is really cool because it takes like 900 different refills. But I've been on the hunt for a new EDC pen that fit my specific needs and wants. So we're going to go over it. I'm going to take you through some smaller details on this pen that I think people tend to overlook, and I'm going to be a little overcritical just because of the price point on here, but at the end of the day, I love this and I'm glad I got it. So, as you can see, this is a full titanium construction on here, heavily stonewashed, and this has got the frag pattern. I got this from Monkey Edge. Now, Nottingham Tactical and Fellholter, if you're new to the pen game, new to the EDC game, if you're looking for American made, everything made in-house, high quality pens, those are the two brands that pop up that you're going to hear the most. Those are what I heard the most. I went with the Nottingham Tactical because he has a clicker pen. The bolt action pen is what Fellholter has a lot, but it kind of pokes out a lot. And because I actually write left-handed, I was afraid, and I like mini pens, I was afraid that the bolt would jab me in the finger or just get on my nerves when I'm trying to write. So I decided to go with a clicker style pen. That's the reason why I wanted to go with Nottingham Tactical. Now, like anything that's highly sought after, these things are kind of hard to find. I got this off of monkeyedge.com. And Monkey Edge, if you're not familiar with, they sell really high-end knives. Chris Reeve, Medford, Hinderers, stuff like that. And their frag pattern is like their signature pattern. They sell a lot of knife scales with this pattern on there, but they also sell some high-end pens with this on here. So when I found that they had it, I jumped on it. It was an impulse buy. I had money to burn, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I got this. I was a little afraid when I got this specifically with the frag pattern that it was gonna be rough and it was gonna be uncomfortable when I was writing. But guys, the heavy machining that they have done, that Lee Nottingham has done here, is exceptional. Very rounded, very smooth, awesome. Now, moving around the pen, you'll see that there's no billboarding on this. I've mentioned this before in my knife videos. I am not the biggest fan of billboarding on blades or any other type of EDC gear. I'm not a fan. The least billboarding is the best for me. But what he's actually done back here, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it says Nottingham Tactical. The logo is actually behind the pocket clip. What an easy way to conceal the logo on there. Still have it on there, but conceal it where you cannot see that. I love that. On the tip right here, all it has right here is an NT for Nottingham Tactical. That is his logo. Very subtle. I like that a lot. The pocket clip, the retention on this thing is great. It goes in and out of the pocket really easy. Super easy to get in and out. I had no complaints there. Really good retention on here. I'm not afraid of it coming out. Now, The one thing I want to show you guys, now that I'm getting more critical into this, the threading on here. Now, if you've had other pens that are titanium, you guys know that titanium can be really coarse to work with, and especially on threads. It can be really gritty and kind of loud and friction on here. Not the case here. I want you guys to listen. You don't hear anything until it pops out. Absolutely dead silent. While I have it out right here, I also want to point out it is using a Pilot G2 mini cartridge. Now, I know some pen guys are going to be like, oh, there's so many other better ink cartridges. Why would you use a gel-based ink? Guys, I'm not a pen guy. I use a Pilot G2 every single day at work. I've used it for years. Those are the pens I go to, and I love them. They are gel-based, and I know some people are going to say, well, you're left-handed. Does it smear and stuff? No, not for me. I'm not writing, you know, freaking essays. You know, if you're in college and you're writing essays, you know, and you're left-handed, probably not. It'll probably smear and stuff like that. Most of the time I'm signing my signature. When I'm at work, it's my signature. It's signing a receipt at a restaurant when I'm out to dinner with my wife. It's jotting down grocery list, because I actually am one of the few people that still write a grocery list on paper. I find that I remember it more. So yeah, I use that. I also want to point out the spring, and I bring this up because it's something I've noticed on other pens. As I lose the damn thing. There we go. He actually uses a longer spring in here, which, thank you for doing that. Why? Because I've noticed on other pens, they don't use a long enough spring, especially when it's a clicker or a bolt action or something like that. They don't use a long enough spring, and what happens is I'm the type of person that I'm doing this, I'm tapping, I'm doing this all day long, I'm fidgeting and just having something in my hand to fidget around. What happens is I notice that the ink cartridge on the inside starts rattling around. Now, I had that problem on the Hinderer. I didn't hear it, but I could feel it rattling around in there because the spring was too small, so there wasn't enough tension on there to keep the cartridge held in there solid to where it wouldn't do that. What'd I do? I took one of my Pilot G2 pens apart, and it had a longer spring. I put the longer spring in there to create more tension. Never had that problem again. Easy fix. But it's the small details like that that Lee has thought about in putting that higher spring tension in here, especially since it's a clicker as well. There's no movement on the clicker. It does rotate, but there's no play or anything like that. It's not loose like other pens are. So that machine quality that you're getting is where your money is going to. The other thing I want to talk about, which is the big feature of this, the clicker on this is silent. Other pens that you get, whenever you click them, they're loud as shit. And if you're like me and you sit there and you click and you click and you click because you're fidgeting, driving the shit out of your wife, you know, she's going nuts because I'm doing that, yeah, that could be a problem. I got this because I heard it was a silent clicker. This is what it sounds like. Dead silent. I mean, you barely hear that. It's not loud. It doesn't get on. I've clicked this thing probably 600 times since I've got it, maybe even more, and I haven't annoyed my wife once. So that's a good sign. This thing is really awesome, guys. It comes in at 1 ounce. It is a mini pen. It's coming in at 4.25 inches in overall length. So it is on the smaller side, but it is great for carry, which is why I want it. I do not like carrying a full-size pen. It's just too big. I don't write enough to where I need a full-size pen. Like I said, I'm not writing essays or anything. This thing just goes. And I mean, it writes very well. If you had a Pilot G2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is thicker in diameter than like the Hinderer. This is thinner. I like this more. I like the girth on it. Giddy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm immature. But anyways, I like that. I like the thickness on here. It makes it more comfortable whenever I'm writing longer writing sessions on here. And it doesn't have any gimmicks on it. It's a pen for a pen. is not, you don't see a glass breaker at the top or on the side or anything like that. It's not labeled. I mean, I guess they could label this as a tactical pen, but it's just a pen. And that's what I want, a pen for a pen. I don't want no, this is cool with, the little bullet nose, and yes, it can be used for self-defense. I'm sure if you jab somebody in the eye with it, it'd hurt, But I really, that's not what I wanted it for. I just want a pen for a pen, and this fits the bill. Very lightweight. This thing's 1 ounce, just super easy to carry, well executed. Lee has done an amazing job on this. I will say the only thing I was kind of bummed about is when I unboxed it, it just came in a plastic tube, and I got a sticker from Monkey Edge. That was it. Kind of wish there was a little bit more to the packaging, but I get it. You're paying for a high quality product. He'd rather put it into this rather into the packaging. I get that. I just like it when they go the extra mile, and when I unbox my new expensive toy, it comes presented to me. But other than that, this thing is awesome. They have different milled patterns on Monkey Edge. They got one called Killer Bees, which is like a honeycomb design on there. And they have these in different metals too. You can get it in copper and brass as well. But me, I like titanium, and it keeps it lightweight, very easy to carry. So overall, guys, I mean, if you have the cash and you're into this kind of stuff, I would highly recommend Nottingham Tactical. If you're watching this, you probably own a fell holster. I've thought about it. I just, with the bolt, I wasn't sure because of the length of this. I just wasn't sure if it would bug me or not. That's the reason why I went with the clicker. I'm not saying that I won't get any bolt actions in the future. I'm actually thinking about picking one up here soon. But yeah, guys, this is the Nottingham Tactical Ti Clicker Mini in titanium. Very, very cool pen. Very well made. And I freaking love it, guys. I just, it's been in my pocket. I've been using it, and it's been a joy to use. So yeah, that's my review on this guy right here. Awesome pen. That's going to do it for this one, guys. And I will see you in the next one.